This is Professor Michael Chapman. I'm one of the most experienced IVF doctors in Australia. I believe that an important part that I can contribute is to educate patients in relation to fertility, infertility, and all that involves. These series of podcasts help to educate you. I hope they are helpful to you. If you wish to know more, however, I'm more than happy to have you contact me via email, which is profmchapman@gmail.com, or make an appointment to see me on 9138 4222. In fact, the information from clinics in Australia would indicate that those eggs frozen 5 to 10 years ago, only 10 to 15% of those eggs are ever retrieved. Because in the meantime, the 28-year-old woman who's frozen eggs has found Mr. Right, had her 3 babies, and she doesn't need her eggs. Or the lady reaches 40, she's now a manager of a significant company, has a great lifestyle, and really doesn't want to have children now. She just wants to get on and live her life. So the vast majority of eggs are frozen, are never used. So when I sit down with a patient, we go through basically what I've just said. Do I recommend it? Perhaps in the early 30s, when a woman has not found a partner to have a baby with or doesn't want to have a baby on her own, it's a reasonable thing to contemplate. If you're over 38, I would dissuade you from going down that track, since the odds of it producing a pregnancy and giving you some sort of glimmer that it might happen, it's probably a false hope. As much as I try and avoid giving you a false hope, women quite sensibly will make a decision to give them at least some hope. So that's where we stand today with egg freezing. Numbers of cycles in Australia are increasing, almost doubling every 2 or 3 years. So lots of women are doing it. So that's egg freezing. The second topic tonight I thought I'd talk about in relation to male infertility. And just clinic last week, I had a patient, and it's increasingly common that I find getting this problem. So he's 28, she's 28, and they've been trying to get pregnant the last 6 months. And they went to their GP because they weren't getting any success, and he does a sperm test, and there's no sperm. Initially, he doesn't accept that because no man wants to hear that news, and he gets a retest done, and the same result comes back. And then they come on to see the fertility specialist. I take a full history from him. We exclude physical damage that may have caused blockages, like venereal diseases, like vasectomy. I've certainly had one man come, and he's only after questioning him some time, he hadn't actually told his wife that they had vasectomy before. Anyway, after they broke up, no, that's not true, because we still can get sperm from the testicle even after a vasectomy. Then operations that the child, they may have had as a child for an undescended testis, or a hernia operation, interrupt the tubing between testicle and coming out of the womb. Once we've gone through that and talk about drugs that inhibit sperm production, generally I then move on to alcohol and cigarettes, although they don't usually cause aspermia, lack of any sperm. And then the question that I get to at that point is looking at this 28-year-old, very buff young man with big muscles, and I say to him, do you go to the gym often? And they'll say, yeah, I go 3 or 4 times a week. And I say to them, so at the gym, do they suggest taking some supplements to help you be big and muscly and a big man? And they will, about, I would say, of the buff men that I see, probably 50% of them look at the floor and look away from their partner and confess, yes, they have given me some supplements, but they said it wouldn't interfere with my fertility. I said, yeah, no, I've heard that story a number of times. They're selling supplements that do improve. There's no question. Your muscles are stronger and bigger because of these steroid supplements. What you're actually doing is the equivalent of what a woman does when she takes the oral contraceptive pill. It switches off the pituitary gland, the gland in your brain that tells your testicles to make sperm.
And don't forget that you can access all the previous episodes by going to our website www.theivfjourney.com and select IVF Journey podcast from the navigation menu.